Hello everyone, it's Diane Jordan again with another analytical video. You know what to do: like, subscribe, and share. And like I always say, um, there's good in the world. Find it. Okay, so I have a question. Listen, I was, hmm, where are the pastors? I was just wondering, where are all of the pastors? If I'm not mistaken, in May of this year, President Trump mentioned that houses of worship, places of worship, are essential. So my question is, where are the pastors? Why aren't they? How come the churches are not open? How come the pastors are not knocking on the governor's doors and the mayor's doors and asking them to allow churches to be open again? Why aren't they out there protesting? Um, they seem to have fallen off the face of the earth. I'm not sure what's really going on, but so maybe perhaps someone can give me some insight as to what's going on with the pastors. Are they aware that there's rioting in the streets? Are they aware that there's rioting in democratically ran cities? Are they aware that rallies are taking places? Are they aware that, and that's a good thing, because if it was not for the rallies with President Trump, we wouldn't know half the stuff we know. Some people like to remain blind, but some of us really want to know the truth. But that aside, I have a few other questions besides where are the pastors and why aren't the churches open. Um, I was just wondering, where were the pastors when the drugs was taking over the communities, the black communities? Where were the pastors speaking out against that when that was taking place? When black men were hauled into jail like they are now, but mostly back in the day. Where were the pastors then? I mean, I've been in church all of my life, and all I've really ever heard was God is gonna. God's gonna give you this, God is gonna give you that, God's gonna have faith, all of that stuff, but nothing about what was taking place in society. I have another question. So, where were the pastors when the family unit was being destroyed and there was nothing spoken of that? Where were the pastors on the issue of black on black crime? Where the pastors when the black dollars was leaving the community? I mean, they've got they a little share of it too. But where are the pastors when that? Where are the pastors when the jobs were leaving the communities? I think these are some questions we need to ask when church opens up again. Because I already know the first time church open up, the first time we're allowed to go back, it's going to be like a party. It's not going to be a worship service. It's going to be like a party, and we're going to resume church as normal. Um, Watered down messages that have nothing to do with really salvation or walking in integrity and walking in holiness. We have none of those things, or there will be no messages that's going to encourage the black race to be better, to walk on a holy level as opposed to a carnal level. We probably won't get any more of that. So I'm just wondering, where are the pastors? Um, why wasn't abortion talked about in churches? Why wasn't the black hate against white people? Why wasn't that mentioned? Why wasn't we speaking more about curses that we're bringing upon ourselves by our mindsets and the things that we've allowed to fester and to also live within us? Why wasn't any of those things talked about in church? Like I said, we're going to be returning to church at some point. Are we going to willingly go back to watered down messages that have nothing to do with our society or our race? Let's, more or less. I'm not singling us out as opposed to other people. I'm black, so I'm speaking to us because we need to come together as a people. We need to grow again. And I understand this is a spiritual battle, so I'm coming at us from that perspective because I only have our best interests at heart. I'm concerned about the generations that are coming up behind us. I'm concerned about the generations that are in front of us that, and a lot of them, when you see them, some of them are working at Walmart. That's unacceptable. So again, where are the pastors? They need to do better, and we need to hold their feet to the fire when we do return. No more of your little watered down messages is going to do anymore. As you can see by this video and several others, God is doing a work in the church as well. And pastors, we need some pastoring going on. We need for you to stop being controlled by the government. Because here's the thing, up under President Trump, this is like the most pro-God president we had in a long time, or if not ever, pro-God. And so he's passing legislation to assist us in the religious field. There are so many pastors that have gone to the White House, and they've been criticized and shunned and everything else. So that shows me that there are a lot of pastors that are not spiritually discerning, and there are a lot of pastors that are not called. So my question is, congregations around the world, around the United States, are you going to return back to church as normal, getting fed watered down messages while we watch our communities burn? I understand that up under President Trump, the very first year, about 400,000 small businesses was opened by African Americans. Those are a lot of businesses that are being torn down now. Where are the pastors talking about that? That success is already been decimated. And you're about to go and put the ones who are doing it back in office. It's not going to happen this time. It's not going to happen this time. So, again, where are the pastors? Everyone, be blessed. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.